So into the charts we go and take a look at that Bitcoin, folks. What a pop earlier today. What did I end up doing? I ended up taking the profit on the Bitcoin trade, unloading it above 26,000. Why did I unload it? Well, just look at the charts. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Look at this level right up here. And again, that trend line, we know this channel has been resistance. That was your next resistance after this high right here, which was this trend line. We went right there. We even pierced it ever so slightly before look at this pullback. Now, Bitcoin coming crashing down. And again, still up for the day, but certainly not up much. Just up 2% now on the day. And by the way, that could be a nasty, nasty topping tail. Now, you guys saw, not only did I unload my Bitcoin long, so we took profits there, but then I swung into a swing trade short on Ethereum at around $1,715. So remember, we were short Ethereum not that long ago. We took our profits over 10% on that. Then it popped up. We actually got an entry over $100 better on the short this time than even last time. And that's what the beauty of swing trading is. Imagine we were short and we held it this whole time. We'd actually be down on the position right now on Ethereum. But by swing trading and looking and finding the support levels and covering your shorts there, then going long and banking those on the pops and then going short, you can actually maximize the gains that you're making in your account by so many times what a normal long-term investor would do. And again, you look at these people that held Bitcoin for a few years. Let's say they bought in, I don't know, even before the 2017 run up. Where are they? I mean, let's just say they bought at 15,000. Remember, the high in 2017 was 20,000. So let's just say they bought at 15,000 and they've held as a long-term investor. What are they up right now? Well, 25. We'll call it 25,000. They're up $10,000 on their Bitcoin position. How many times have I gone long and short Bitcoin in that span as swing trades or other cryptos? I mean, I can't even count them. How many times? So how many X have I done while they're sitting up? I guess that would be about 60%, 65%. Now, it's not that 65% is not a decent number, but it's not probably 650%, which is what you can do as a swing trader. And also, you kind of limit your risk, right? You're not buying, when you know the methodology that I teach you, you're not buying at 69,000. You're not buying at 65,000. You know what to look for. You know to avoid the greed, avoid the hype, trade smarter. That's the key. Anyways, bottom line is beautiful pullback, and again, nice little exit on Bitcoin there. And again, I was a little frustrated previously. Remember, I was holding Bitcoin, and I was telling you guys, okay, we get to basically 29,300 or so, I'm going to unload my Bitcoin. That was when we were trading over here, and it literally bubbled up against that and never filled my price. And then we rolled over all the way back down to like 19.5. And I was like, oh man, if I almost got filled. Well, guess what? Today I made it pay me even more. We got out above 26,000. Now, again, did I know it was going to shoot up like this? No. But that's the beauty of it. You're not going to know everything. You just have to know how to trade it. You're not going to know for sure the next move. Just trade it. That's what it's all about. All right, so again, beautiful move there. Again, this is resistance here. And by the way, it doesn't mean we could consolidate in a bull flag. We'll have to see. This might be a topping tail, which would be overall bearish. But my guess is a couple things are leading to this run, right? So number one, kind of ironic, but the banking collapses have made a lot of people say, hey, listen, let me pull my money out of the U.S. banking system and probably put it in Bitcoin, right? At least in the short term till things quiet down. All right, and then once we get the next fiasco in crypto, it'll probably rotate back. Just the nature of it, right? So I think that's part of it. I also think the stablecoin issue with USDC over the weekend was kind of a culprit for why Bitcoin and Ethereum ran up. And if you look, by the way, if you look at the altcoins, they did not perform. Like, take a look here, folks. And I want to show you this. Remember, we talked about this yesterday, how if you look at like Solana's not even close to back to 27 bucks. I mean, it got up today. It has had a bounce, but it's not back up here versus if you look at Ethereum made new highs. Bitcoin made new highs. Aside from that, the other big alts did not. And what that tells me, again, it's a trust factor, right? It's a trust factor of what do you trust in the crypto sector. Well, if you're going to trust something, you're probably going to trust Ethereum or Bitcoin, one or the other one. Okay, and again, when you have a stable coin that's not even stable, like USDC, where, at one point over the weekend it was trading down to 90 cents per dollar. And remember, it's supposed to be a stable coin, meaning it's supposed to be pegged to the dollar. Talk about a confidence crusher. So a lot of people that probably were holding USDC said, hey, I don't want to put it in Tether. What if Tether becomes decoupled? So let me put it in Bitcoin. So you had this kind of push up of a lot of money into crypto because of all these factors, including what was going on in the banking sector. And obviously, I think that's why you saw such a dramatic move up in Bitcoin and Ethereum recently. Now, again, things are starting to calm down a little bit in the banking system, at least for now. I mean, again, I'm not going to be able to tell you that it's not going to bubble up again, but right now things are calming down just a little bit. We'll see in the next couple days if things continue to stay calm. All right, so that's where we are, but look at that amazing tail on Bitcoin, and again, the charts are amazing. Look at the blue trend line, look at right where we went up to, and then that pullback. Now, if we go to Ethereum, you can see the chart I even annotated here. Resistance, resistance, and where did it hit today? Resistance, and then look at Ethereum, pierced that level, and then coming back in beautifully. Again, same thing. We might have a short-term topping tail. On the way down, where are some levels to watch here? Well, one of them that I will be watching here, this is going to be an interesting one. Look at the low on Ethereum right here. Look at this trend line. Pivot, to pivot, to pivot, and to pivot. So that's where you got to bounce. So in theory, we should pull back. If we're going to pull back, this will be support. Wherever this trend line is at that time, that's going to be short-term support. And then if we go lower, then this will be your next support. Eventually, you'll have support down here and then down here as well. On the resistance side, if we break above here, then you're going to go into this area here at around 2,000, and then eventually potentially to 21 and change, 2170 or so, give or take. All right. So that's what we have on that one. Let's continue down our list. We'll go to BNB now. BNB again, you can see here having a great move recently. And if I extend this trend line out a little bit, that's there. Actually, you know what? Looks like that's more important now. So we're connecting it to these highs. Missed there by a hair, but you can see we're just back underneath there when we connect it to these highs right here. But again, nice pop. I have no interest in this chart whatsoever. And again, if we zoom out, that's where that trend line is coming from. Okay. Yeah, so nothing there. Honestly, nothing. I don't see anything on that chart. XRP, same kind of deal. Just consolidation here. Not really popping much. And again, notice how BNB actually had a decent pop, but still didn't make short-term highs. But again, look at the move on Ripple. Nothing. Right? I mean, just a little uptick. If we go to Cardano, Cardano's had a good bounce too, but not even close to taking out these highs. But again, nonetheless, decent little pop on Cardano. Not interested in shorting Cardano yet. If it retraced to this trend line here, maybe, but it didn't get there. And again, that's that parallel channel that we've been in. If we look at Matic here, same thing. Nice pop. Got into a little bit of resistance. You can see this area here coupled with this sideways here, and that's where the highs were. But again, I'm not gutsy enough to short it here. It's one thing to short up here. You know, that's a different case and then to buy down here, no brainer with that support, which worked out beautifully for our swing trade. But I'm not gutsy enough to short this little bounce here and try to squeeze more water out of this rock or whatever you want to call it. All right. Next up, we looked at Solana already. Let's take a look at Polkadot real quick. Same thing on Polkadot, not even close to the recent highs, even though it has had a nice little bounce there. Litecoin, same thing. If we look at LTC, I haven't looked at that in a few days. Nice bounce, but not nearly back to there. And again, it really shows you how Bitcoin and Ethereum have really taken charge and have had these monster moves to the upside. While, again, you look at a lot of the other alts, and they've had bounces like Avalanche here, great bounce, but not even close to those highs, all right? So I think that's the nature of the beast here, what we're looking at, and I think that's where we have to be. So I just want us to kind of be in that zone of saying, okay, this is a market now that is active, which is fantastic. It's giving us so many opportunities to trade, whether it's, you know, just the trades from today, selling my Bitcoin, shorting Ethereum, or just the last few days where we've unloaded a bunch of our longs in the alts, and then obviously prior to that we were short and closed those out. And again, I just want to reiterate this to everyone out there. I'm trading not because I want to. It's because the market is giving me the trades, right? It's not like I'm forcing trades here. And this is how you continue to make money consistently without getting in pickly spots, right? And again, new people tend to come in. They're like, oh, I want 10 trades a day or I want 3 trades a day. That's not the way it works. If you want to do that, then you're going to lose all your money. Just being straight up honest with you. And I say this when there's a lot of trades because I don't want people thinking this is always going to be the way it is. Think about the tides. The water comes in, it goes out. It comes in, it goes out. Trading will get really good, and then it'll get really quiet. It'll get really good, and then really quiet. And the people that know when to sit on their hands and not do anything stupid or that turns out to be stupid, those are the people that will become millionaires and billionaires. All right, the people that are like, oh, I have to be in a trade. I'm going to look so hard and force a trade. I'm going to make something up in the chart that's really not there. they're the people that will end up fighting trades, going broke. That's just something we all have to. It took me a long time to get that into my system, folks. A long time to get that into my mind. But once I did, it was a game changer. It was an absolute game changer. And here we are again, guys. Look at that. All of a sudden, in the money on, on our Ethereum short. Let's see if we can't make a nice chunk of change. Love to see a pull back down to this area down here. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Great trading, great profits lately. Let's keep it rocking and rolling if the trades are there. Take care.